Alice. Good evening, everyone. Okay, cool. So welcome to our normally Sunday night call, but tonight we're doing it on a Monday. We had an amazing event yesterday, which we all went to. So we have got a really special guest speaker in the form of the beautiful Lauren Donahue. So she's just jumped on. I'm going to invite her. There we go. Same questions as always, guys, but it's amazing because every single person that we interview is different. They all are special and have something amazing to offer. So make sure you're tagging away at anyone that's interested in watching this video. She's going to share her story with how she has built her business whilst working full-time in the city, which is super exciting. Hello!
Hi! I've just realised we are supposed to be horizontal, not land. Oh yeah, land? No. Okay. Oh God. Give up.
Sideways.
First of all, you don't have to be clever to be in this business, guys. First tip
You don't need to be good at technology.
Yeah, definitely. Hi.
Hello, my love. So I was just explaining that you have built a very successful business whilst working full-time in the city, working in HR. So this is really great because we often interview lots of mums, which are, also amazing. But this is really special for me because interviewing someone that works full-time, that's built a successful business, is really cool because I think that's where a lot of people are at, and hopefully this will be really useful. So I met Lauren a few months ago. We actually both got picked as rising stars of the company, which we were super lucky to go to, like a retreat where we had training. We were put up in a hotel. We did loads of team building activities, and I fell in love with her straight away because she's a total babe. And since then she's gone from strength to strength. So we have a few questions for you, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So question one, if you were going to draw us a picture of what your life looked like before you joined Juice Plus, what would that picture look like?
So I joined Juice Plus when I returned from travelling, within 2 weeks of returning from travelling Southeast Asia. So I've worked in the corporate world for a few years, but I decided to leave so that November 2015, I think it must have been, October, something like that, might have been October, and I went travelling for 4 months around Southeast Asia. So that I had a pretty cool life in that respect. Good. But obviously I come back and I had no job. So it like, in terms of, what did it look like? It looked great until I returned to the UK, and then it weren't so great anymore. But I wasn't worried, I have to say. I obviously left my job because I wanted to leave my job, and I knew that I wanted to go travelling. And I had such an amazing experience, but it did give me a big, obviously, amount of time that you don't usually get in normal life to actually think about what you want. And although at the time I obviously didn't know anything about Juice Plus or the business, I knew that I wanted more from what I was currently having before, like the same 9 to 5. Like, I've always been quite an ambitious person. I've had my own business before. It was similar in the sense, you build your own business, you build a team, but I had to invest so much of my time. I used to work like 18-hour days. It was in sales, it was commission based, but the difference was, like, some days I would earn £25 and I'd be working 18 hours a day, and that was my full-time job. So it was kind of, the dream was there, but the actual, like, realistic part of it was a bit ridiculous, if that makes sense. So I always knew that I wanted something more. I just never really knew what it was. So yeah, my life was good. I've come from a good background, like in the sense, like, I've obviously always kind of had what I needed. I'm a normal working class background, but I mean, like, my mum and dad have gave me everything I've needed. But I just had that ambition. I felt like something was missing. So although I had an amazing life, I wanted something that I enjoyed, rather than just having the average, living the same 75 years and call it a life.
Yeah.
Where I was at, I guess.
Yeah. So how did you hear about Juice Plus?
So my boyfriend's cousin was in the business. She started it just like a month, like, while I was still traveling, and she kind of messaged me because at the time I was writing a blog. So obviously, like, documenting my travels and stuff. I love to write. It's kind of took a back seat, to be honest, at the moment, just being so busy with everything, but I will get back into it. But yeah, she was saying you'd be amazing, you know, like you blog anyway, like, so you might as well blog about these products, blah, blah, blah. And to be honest, I didn't want to be one of those people just go in and start talking about products when they know nothing about them. So I kind of like, so that was probably start of March. I didn't join till the end of March. So probably a month and a half she was going on at me, and I just weren't really that interested. But she kept saying how amazing I would be. But she lost about 3 stone on the products.
Wow.
So I see her transformation and how much it helped her. And then I was reading about it when I got back, and I thought, you know what, like I had a job lined up, but I didn't start till mid-May last year. Okay. So I had like month and a half gap. So I thought, you know what, like it was £50. And at the time, obviously, although I weren't really scrimping and scraping for £50, to be honest, I just thought I don't want to waste £50 right now on a business when like I've got a month and a half, well, 2 months and a half really before I'm paid again. Because obviously you have to be in the job 4 months, you know, it's really depressing.
Yeah.
Like, so I was thinking that's a long time to just waste 50 quid on something. But I started researching products, and I actually have arthritis myself. I've had it since I was 19, and I was seeing all these testimonials about these products and how amazing people had felt and all the symptoms that I had, like fatigue, things like that, and how they'd helped. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. I actually started the product and the business on the same day. So I bought both of them together because obviously I'm not going to recommend something that I wasn't on. And I just thought, you know what, you know, YOLO, as they say. And I just thought the worst that comes out of it, you know, I have these products that I didn't know. To be honest, I put on about 1.5 stone, I think it was, because as you can guess, like going around Southeast Asia on Penang curries and pad thais doesn't really do much for your 6-pack, to be fair. So I thought, you know what, even if I get a bit sexier, like it's a big benefit, isn't it? So yeah, I just gave it a try. So yeah, that's how I kind of started, I guess. But that's why I understand when people don't want to sign up straight away. Like at first you're like, should I, shouldn't I? But you know, like, what's the worst that can happen? You know, you lose 50 quid. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing. I was like, okay, so if, you know, if this all goes wrong, I've lost £50, like, you know, I've spent more than that on a dress that I've worn once. Do you know what I mean? Or clothes in my wardrobe that's still got the tag on. So 100%. So before you joined, like you've mentioned a little bit, but did you have any worries or objections about joining? And if so, why did you decide to join anyway?
Oh yeah, I used to hate people like us. I know that sounds really horrible, but honestly, like, you know, like everyone says, they're really annoying people who do network marketing. Like, I didn't really know about Juice Plus, but I'd seen the posts. And I think that's a really important thing to bring up because there are so many people that do it wrong, and that's okay. But like, it's annoying when those are the people that nearly put me off and put a lot of people off, because you choose how you run your business. So you don't have to be those people. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, like I was skeptical in that sense. I thought my friends would take the piss out of me. I thought like, oh, I'm going to get a load of people saying, oh, you're so annoying. And I have kind of had that, but mainly more so in the jokey way. Like, I'm actually really surprised at the support I've had more than anything. I thought a lot more people would take the piss out of me. Some people have unfollowed me. My own boyfriend actually isn't my friend on Facebook. That's fine by me. But like, like at the end of the day, it does make you realise, like, if you're not that annoying to people, they'll unfollow you or unfriend you. But realistically, if they're really your friend, like, are you that bothered that they're not your friend anymore on Facebook? I just, like, I started, like, realising very quickly that people's opinions doesn't pay your bills. And so many people get held back by being so scared about what other people think of them, when realistically, like, they add no value to your life. They're not the people choosing your success. You are. So if you let those people stop you from doing things you want to do just because you're scared about what they think, you're never actually going to get anywhere. So I think I just had a bit of like a wake up call, really. And I just thought, you know what, like, why, like, I usually am not really that person, like, caring what people think to some extent. So I just thought I might as well try it. Obviously, you know, I had and I'm sure we'll talk about it in the future, but like, my road to success was quite quick, you know, so I actually didn't care about people quite quickly when I realised how much money I was earning. It's a lot easier, like, I don't care, I'm earning this much, get off my Facebook. And yeah, I don't think, like, I think people will be surprised, like, I think you think you'll get a lot more negativity than you actually will.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I love that. You sort of, I care less now that I've earned some good money. So what were your first 6 weeks like in the business?
Bit mad. They were really mad. Like some people obviously create their own Facebooks, like new ones. I always kind of recommend against that because I had like 900 friends. So I started promoting the products obviously based because we share people's testimonials because we've got like, oh God, it's like 216,000 people in the testimonial group that have their real results. So although you're on your own journey, you can actually share other people's journeys as well. And that's what I obviously did the first week because the products take about 5 days to arrive. So in the first 7 days, I got to the first position of DD. So I didn't even have products and I got to DD. So obviously some people, like customers, do make the best reps, but also you can still be very good in this business when you start the products at the same time.
100%.
Like obviously I 100% recommend that you be on the products because you do actually get to a point when you have to recommend what you believe.
Yeah,
but
you don't have to put it on hold or anything.
No, like people are like, oh, I'll wait and see how I get on. I'm like,
yeah,
you just waste a month of wages. That's the way I see it. And that's what I always kick myself with. I'm like, if I actually started like the end of February, start of March, I could like be NMD right now.
Yeah.
So it just frustrates me all the time, but you know, it is what it is, isn't it? Stop procrastinating. But yeah, so I got to DD without even having the product. So that's the first position when you get obviously your commission increase. So that was just because of my original 900 friends that I already had. So that's why I think it's really important. So you can obviously start a new Facebook, but you have to understand that it will take a bit longer because you have to build up that friend base. So it was just obviously sharing my passion for it. Like I'm very much one of them people I need to know a lot about what I do. So like the first night I signed up, I actually signed up, I think it was on the 30th of March. So it was like right at the end of March, but obviously it's like April. And that night I was up till about 3 o'clock in the morning, just looking like at the products, like what it involves, you know, because obviously like I don't want to be like recommending something that I don't either believe in or know what it is about. Like I'm not really that sort of person. So I knew so much about it already, and it just made like I was so excited about it, like all the amazing testimonials for reading. I almost couldn't believe it. So I was so excited to start my own journey that I feel like the passion of me came through even in the first week when I didn't have it and I was on the detox and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, have I gone off the question? What did you ask?
No, so you hit DD
my first 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Yes. So the first month, so I got to SDD in 20 days. So that was the first month. Yeah, so that was the second position. To be honest, I think it was just excitement. And people asked, I was just like, I was just sharing stuff, you know, just copying what people do. But I think in my own way, I think that's what's really important. Yeah. Like not copy and pasting, just being me. And I'm quite dry, and like you can probably tell. But I have like dry humour, you know. I speak how I speak. I don't really say girly like eek, and you know that's not me. Like so, I would always speak the way like on Facebook. I would write the way I speak, and I feel like that helped a lot because people can see your personality, and people will like trust you and buy from people that they like and trust. So I guess because they see me and the real me, like it was quite easy to just tell them about products, etc. I did also actually recruit a team member on like my 8th day. So after I got to DD, I recruited a team member who's still with me now, Melissa, who's an SSC in our business. Yeah, so I recruited quite quickly. So I work in HR, but I work in recruitment. So for me, I kind of knew the benefit of it quite quickly. So I was very lucky. Like I had help. It's a lot easier, obviously, to get to the next, like the big positions with help. And that's the great thing about this business. Like you don't have to do it on your own. Like the more of you, first of all, it's much more fun when there's loads of you, like so much more fun. And second of all, obviously it's so much easier to hit your goals when you're helping other people hit your goals. So yeah, that was my first 4 weeks. And then in 6 weeks, I had reconfirmed SDD. So I got the £200 bonus, then the £100 bonus. And then that same month, I also went to SC. So I think that my paycheck, the second full month was £963. And my first month's paycheck was £467, I think it was. Yeah.
Wow.
That was my first 8 weeks.
That's so good.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, amazing. That's so good. I love that you just kind of got stuck in. You were independent from the get-go. You know, you just dug right in and got going with it, because I think so many people hesitate. And like you said, if you just be excited, you do a little bit of research about the products, know what you're talking about. Like you don't even need to be on the product to make your first couple of sales. I didn't either. I was waiting for my delivery and just sort of shared it, said, hey, who wants to do this with me? And instantly had like 8 girls that wanted to, you know, all feel better about themselves. So yeah, I love that. So you've touched upon what your first couple of checks were. Do you mind sharing what your smallest check and what your biggest check has been?
So my smallest check was the first month, so 467. I've never ever earned anything less than that.
Wow.
Well, to be fair, from my third month, I've never earned less than 4 figures, and I've been in the business like a year and 3-4 months, something like that. My biggest paycheck was QNMD in, when did I get paid? April, May, June. That was £5,500. So that was a bit. I was kind of like sitting watching it for a while, just waiting for someone to take it away from me, because that's like nearly 3 times what I earn in my full-time job. So when you I kind of stared at it for a while. I was like, WTF, like, you know, like, why am I earning this much money, having this much fun, helping that many people? Like you just don't, like, you have to, it has to sink in a little bit. Do you know what I mean? And you'll know, because obviously you just got your amazing QNMD bonus as well. Yeah. And it's just like, it's a bit surreal. You have like that feeling, like you feel like someone's going to take it away from you, because I almost don't feel like I deserve it.
Yeah, I know. And then you go to work and you think, you know, to be fair, if you're having a bad day, you go to work and you're like, what the hell? What is this? I just earned this amount of money from helping people on social media. And then I go, you know, come to work every day and I work my butt off, and, you know, you don't get paid anywhere near as much as that. So that's literally amazing. That's so good.
Oh, imagine being in financial services as well. I literally get people like try to tell me what to do, and I'm like, don't get told what to do in my own business, and I'm earning more money. That's literally how I feel like all the time, but it's fine. Like I think the reason I've stayed at my job, because obviously I earn more in this business than kind of the equivalent with tax and stuff, but I earn pretty much the same in this business as I earn in my full-time job now. So I have 2 full-time wages, and I always said, once I earn like the amount, I'll quit my job. But I just got greedier. I like having 2 full-time wages, you know what I mean? And I quite enjoy what I do, don't get me wrong, like nowhere near as much as I enjoy this, but I do kind of enjoy it. So it's nice that I can do both, and I like having both, because it shows people that you can. Like,
yeah, who doesn't want 2 full-time pay packets a month? Like, you'd be lying if you said you didn't want that. So yeah, if you can and it's manageable with a full-time job, which it clearly is, like, why wouldn't you? So aside from the money then, what's been the best thing about joining?
God, just one. I think for me, it's got to be like, just like-minded people. Do you know what, it's so, like, without sounding arrogant, I have quite like big groups of different friends, if that makes sense. So I've not really been a person like who needs extra friends, but you know, some people do join the business like to have more of a social life, especially if you're a mum, or like you move away, far away, and you're not with your friends anymore and stuff. Mine wasn't really that. It was just more that, like, as amazing as some of my friends are, they just don't have the same mindset as me, or there's a lot of negative people and stuff. And this business, the best thing about it is you're with so many like-minded people. Like, they just get it. They're happy. They get it. They're supportive. Like, it's just like having another little family, which I just think is so nice. Like, people actually care about you. Like me and you, obviously, like, financially, we don't benefit each other's business. But here we are, like, speaking on each other's videos, helping each other's businesses, because we just care about each other, because we get it. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just so nice, I think, to be part of something where people actually give a shit about you. Like, sorry to swear, but
no,
you know,
100%.
Yeah, like, and anyone who has a full-time job will know it's a dog-eat-dog world. Like, you know, you can be the nicest person ever, but if you're going for a managerial job and 6 other people in your company do, you blatantly like hope that they either like die or fall pregnant, or so that you can get that job. Do you know what I mean? That's what it always sounds, but you do, don't you? Like, bit dramatic, but you get what I mean. You think, oh, I hope that I'm better than them or whatever, because there's only that one space. Whereas in this business, no one tries to trample over each other, because it's not like one position to PMD. We all get there in the end. It's just a journey. It's not a race. So I think everyone just helps each other. And that's probably the best thing about this. I can go to anyone, regardless of whether I benefit them financially or anything, and they are willing to help you. And that is just what I love, because there's always information to be learned. And I'm very much one of those annoying people who like constantly ask questions. So there's always someone for me to ask questions to. So I just think that's the best thing.
Yeah, definitely. Everyone just links arms, don't they, and supports each other. It's lush.
Yeah.
So why would you say this is a good opportunity for people that work full time?
I think because, like, going back to my job where I said I did this, like, I did similar sales, like, opportunity in the sense like you build your way up and you create a team.
Yeah.
But I did it full time. So I've seen the other side of the sacrifices that people have to make to be successful. Like I've seen what it takes in a normal world to own your own successful business, and it is 18-hour days. It is hard work. It's like, obviously for me, I was 19 when I started that, and that was when I was just diagnosed with arthritis, and I used to stand on my feet, like direct selling to people face to face for like 13, 14 hours a day, and then the other hours of training. That's hard. Like that is seriously hard. Being on your phone at home while you're watching EastEnders, speaking to people, like messaging people and voice noting people is not hard. So I just think it's like the difference between the two. Like you don't have to sacrifice it though. That's where the benefit is. Like you don't have to, before I couldn't have a full-time job and build my own business. My business was my full-time job. So I didn't have that income. I didn't have that security. With this, there's nothing you have to sacrifice in order to build that. We're not saying give up your full-time job, do this. If anything, I'd probably say the opposite. Like do it while you've got your full-time job, because it's more fun. Like you can, like you said earlier, like you can fit this business in your gaps of your life. So you don't need to quit your full-time job until you actually want to, until you have that financial freedom to do so, which will happen one day if you work hard enough. But for the meantime, like what's the point? You might as well just do it alongside. You can still commit 1 hour a day to this business and be successful. So, you know, there's definitely time to do it, and you don't have to sacrifice anything. And that is the massive, I think that's what I love the most about this business. I haven't sacrificed anything. Apart from like some nights out, like really drunken ones. But I'm always better for it, you know, on Sunday morning. But, you know, like those sorts of things. But you don't have to sacrifice big parts of your life. You don't have to sacrifice as a mother putting your kid in childcare, which you have to actually pay for more than like going to work. You don't have to miss that opportunity. I have like mums in my team who can watch their kids learn to walk, who can take them to the park. Like you can't do that when you have a full-time job. But you can, like it's just you have the benefit of both. If you do have a full-time job and you have this part-time business, then you might actually, that childcare cost might be a bit easier on you because you're earning an extra couple of £100 a month. Like you don't have to join this business to earn millions. You can literally join it just to earn a couple of £100.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I only joined to earn an extra £100 of shopping money, and then obviously it just spiraled, and next thing you know, I was like you, matching my full-time income, thinking, what the hell, you know, this is crazy. So 100%, you can do it big or small. So what would be your advice to someone that is thinking of getting started, you know, if they're just to join, imagine they've just joined your team, what would be your sort of 3 top tips to get them started?
To get started, okay. Go all in. I think, like in that respect, I mean, like it's a learn as you earn business. Like you kind of mentioned, too many people like hesitate. They're worried about something this, something that. Like as long as you know the basics, which your upline will teach you anyway, of like, you know, the products, how long they last, like that sort of thing. Like not obviously mis-selling the products, because that's really important, but you'll learn that literally in your first probably 10 minutes with you, you know, or your, like whoever your mentor is, they'll tell you. But it's like, go all in, like don't kind of do it half-hearted, dip your toes in a little bit, come out again, because that's not really, like being inconsistent is not going to build your business. And that's where you get people going, oh, it doesn't work, or oh, it didn't work for me. No, it will work for you, but you have to be consistent. Like it takes time. You can't just post one post and then expect to get 1,000 people say, hey, what's this amazing product you're selling, earn like hundreds of pounds, and then not post for 3 days and then post again. Do you know what I mean? It's like you've got to treat it as a business in the sense that you have to show up. So you've got to imagine like Facebook's your office. The only difference is like you can be on your office for like 5 minutes a day at 5 different points, but you have to show up. You have to be there. You have to post. You have to show that you're present, because if we do have customers at the end of the day, you've got to show you're reliable. If I was looking on Facebook and I was thinking, oh, I really want someone to help me with my health journey, the first thing I'm going to see is, are they present a lot? If you're like the last time you posted was like the 27th of July, I just think, God, like imagine I needed help from her. She's like never there. Do you know what I mean? So that's probably one of my first tips. Like if you're going to do it properly. That would be my first tip. My second tip would be don't be afraid to ask questions. I know so many people like scared of, like they think they annoy people. I'm just one of the people, I don't care if I annoy people. Like I was one of the people who asked so many questions. But like the quicker you learn, like the more questions you ask, the quicker you learn. That's just the way you've got to see it. Yeah, and it's like a student mentality, isn't it? So yeah, 3 things in this business, I guess that's the 3 tips. So the first one was work ethic. So that's the most important one. The second was student mentality, which is learning. And the third one's attitude. So it's just you as a person. Are you inspiring? Are you motivational? Don't be negative. Don't like be depressing. No one wants to know like that you're like going through a nervous breakdown or splitting up with your ex-partner. Like you don't need to air your dirty laundry on Facebook. That's not what Facebook is for. Show your attitude, be inspiring, put Monday morning quotes up, you know, just be a person that you would want to follow and add value to people's lives. And I think those three things, if you can do it at the start, but if you do that consistency through your business, that is the probably only three things that you need in your whole business: work ethic, student mentality, attitude.
I love that. Thanks, Lauren. So, okay, this is a bit of an odd question. If you could go back in time to when you first joined the business and you could know something that you know now that you wish you knew back then, what would it be?
Oh, when I started the business?
Yeah. What do you wish you knew?
What about the business or just in general?
Like maybe something you know about yourself now, something that you you wish you had just gone for it a bit more, or you wish that you hadn't hesitated on something. Like, what bit of advice would you give to someone?
I guess I'm still working on it, so I don't know if this really counts. But I'm a very I don't like to say ignorant, but it's the only word I can think of. I'm an ignorant person in the sense that I've always found it hard to understand people that lack ambition, or not even lack ambition, but have a different channel to me. You know, like just why don't you get it? You know, like I came into business and I understood the business. I understood the point of it, the progression, and I think what I knew less of and what I'm still working on, but I know a lot more of now, is understanding that every single person has a different path. And just because you don't have the same path as someone, it doesn't make you any less worthy to have the same success. So I think being a bit judgmental at the start, like I had an idea of these were the type of people that would be successful in our business. Whereas now, like, no, anyone can be successful in our business. And I noticed that quite early on, to be fair. But I'm still like, you still naturally prejudge a little bit. And you're going to be good. I don't think you'll be very good. And it actually turns out the majority of people that I think are going to be good are the opposite. And then some people I think, oh, you might be all right, are actually the best people in the business. And that's, again, because, like I said in my earlier 3 things, you only need to have them 3 things. And I keep putting 4 up. I've just realised what I've done. 3. It's 3. Yeah, they're the only 3 things you need. And the great thing about that doesn't require, you know, a degree. It doesn't require an amazing CV. You don't have to be a certain age. You don't have to be from a certain background. You just need them 3 things. And them 3 things you can actually have from anywhere, from any background, from anything you do. So I think, I would tell myself to not be so judgmental to people. But I think I've learned that now, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you know what I was just saying though? I got told to write a list when I started of people that would be interested in the products, people that would be interested in the business, and I wrote probably only about 60 names. And it was funny, once I kind of got through that list of sort of talking to people, I realised I started to receive a couple of messages from people directly that was asking me, like, I've seen your post, what is it you're doing? And they were people that I had in my mind written off for whatever reason. So I completely agree, like, never judge anyone, because you just don't know who needs this product and who needs this business. So obviously you had lots of success. What if you were to draw us a new picture of what your life looked like now, what would that picture be?
God, busy, but fun busy. Like, I love like going to events. Obviously I don't have children, so I have that flexibility to kind of do what I want in that respect. Obviously I've got a travel bug going. I come back from Southeast Asia and I was like, where can I go next? So literally, thanks to business, I think. So I got back, like I said, mid-March. That April I went away again, which obviously a lot of people don't do after you've just been away for 4 months and don't work technically. So that was like my first holiday back. I'd been back 4 weeks and I was like, I need to get away. So I booked a holiday with my family. Last year, I think I went on holiday so until March, obviously I visited 9 countries, and then I think I went away 8 times last year.
Wow.
To this business. So all paid for within this business. So I've managed to actually save the majority of my full-time income, like from my HR job, to just save the house. And then this is like my fun wage. So it's getting a bit crazy because my fun wage is now full-time wage. It's a bit ridiculous now. I'm like, what do I even spend that fun wage on? You know, it gets to that point. So I have been like saving, and then I find that constantly eat out a lot and do stuff like that. I love going to events, obviously building your business. I think that's a really, really important part of our business. And I honestly think that's why I was so successful so quickly. Like every single business event I can get to, I always go, because you can learn from so many people, and so many people in this business are amazing that you just sit in awe of people, you know. Like obviously we had our boot camp at the weekend, which was so much fun. You get to win prizes as well. I won like a nice little Victoria's Secrets makeup bag. And obviously 7 of the girls in our team won tickets to our massive convention in October, which is going to be unbelievable. So you can win stuff as well as learning, which is amazing. Yeah, I just go on lots of holidays. I just booked, I'm going Vegas in November for work, which is a recruitment mastery with Tony Robbins. So I get to tax that back, which is amazing. Obviously we had Marbella in June. So my life just pretty much revolves around holidays, family, and then obviously my business and work. But it's a lot more fun now. It's a lot like, I don't look, do you know what it is? It's really weird. Like, you know, people like used to wait till payday. Like I got paid today in my full-time, like my corporate job. And I didn't even like think about it.
So did I.
Yeah. Is it 25th? Like, you know, like, you used to be like 5 days left. It's 5 days left until I get paid again. And you have to use to check your account, thinking I don't want to go into my overdraft. That does, like, I do not even look at my bank anymore. I never just go into a shop and like look at, you know, when you used to look at like the menu and go, oh, 27 quid for a steak, that's a bit expensive. Like I don't even think about stuff like that. And that's only earning like double my wage. Can you imagine when I'm earning like 10 grand a year? I'm going to be loving life. I'll probably be a lot fatter as well, which is going to be hard. But yeah, it's little things, like, you know, little stupid things. Like, it's not all about money at the end of the day. Like most of the things I love about this business, especially the products, that's what I love most about this business. But at the end of the day, you do have to make money in life to have a nice life, and it makes it a lot easier when you don't have to worry about them things. So I just think, yeah, my life now is less stressful in the sense I don't worry about stuff. I can just be like, oh, I love going out, and like the other day I went shopping, went to lunch with my mum and nan, and I was like, no, I'll get this. Like little things like that. Whereas before I'd be like, God, it cost me 60 quid for like a couple of sandwiches. And then I'd be like really hurt about it the rest of the day. I'm thinking, I know I was generous, but now I'm going to have to go without that or without that. I don't have to think about that anymore. I love treating my family and my friends. Yeah. Obviously, like I said, going on holiday, I've paid Australia for December, like the flights alone. Obviously, I can say this because it's in a potential group, but not in public Facebook. The flights alone were £1,800. And my friend that I'm going with in December, she obviously doesn't have the money yet. Like, obviously, I wouldn't say this on my public Facebook, but she doesn't have the money until like November and can't obviously afford it because in a normal situation, like I would have had to save up like for £1,800. I would have to save up 3 or 4 times. I literally bought mine and her flights in one go, like the other day, and the man was like, "Is that a debit card?" It's like, "Yeah." So, you know, like, because he thought it'd be a credit card or whatever, and I was like, "Yeah, you're paying all that." It's like, "Yeah." Like and that's normal. Like that wouldn't have been normal to me a year ago. Not at all. That's like a whole wage in a month for one of them, let alone 2. But I was like, yeah, just put it on the card. You know, like, you're really proud of yourself with stuff like that, and it isn't all about money, but it does make you feel a lot better when you can do it. So yeah,
that's so amazing. And I love that you haven't just like, you know, yes, you talk about money, but you're talking about treating your family and helping your friends out. Like, you know, even those little things, like you said, not having to check your bank balance and stuff, that takes a huge amount of pressure off people. And I remember that feeling so well. Like, so yeah, don't like, there's no braggliness at all. Like, everything you said is so relevant. Okay, so final question then, what are your goals for the future?
Right. How long do you have? No, I'm joking. So my main ones, I guess, midterm. So obviously I'm saving for a house in London. So I want to buy my own property. I want to get it in like Woodford Way, which is actually about, I've been looking, and the new build's like 420 grand. I don't want to do help to buy. I want to do it all by myself because I want to rent it for a bit. Because I actually want to, same as you, I want to invest in property. That's kind of one of my longer term goals. Basically want Susie Mitchell's life, if anyone knows who she is. But yeah, investing in property. So I'm saving for that. So I'm probably going to need about 80 grand, I think, just as a deposit. So I'm well on my way to that for next year. I want to carry on traveling the world. So obviously I have like Australia 4 weeks in December, and then I have Vegas. I want to do loads of places next year. Like I've probably done like 1% of the world. So I just want to see everywhere I can. Goals for my business. Obviously, I'm going for National Marketing Director this month.
Yes.
Really ambitious goal, but I'm going for it. It's a lesson learned there. Even if you kind of doubt yourself, you just got to keep telling yourself you've got to do it. And I guess the great thing about this business is even if you miss your hurdle, like there's always next month to do it again, you know. So but that is my personal goal. I wanted to go up on stage in Liverpool and be an NMD. So that is the current plan. I might have less hair by the time I get there. I might be a lot more brown, but that's cool.
Oh, you can do it.
And then I guess that's like business goals. Obviously, is mainly for me to just help my team. Like, I know it's really weird in this business, like even if you're a selfish person, you almost feel like people are your children. Like, I don't have children, but I almost imagine this is what it's like to have children, because when like my team get to a position, or get their bonus, I actually am more overwhelmed. I think when Kelsey got a bonus, I cried, and when I got my QNMD bonus, I didn't, and I was like, oh my God, I actually care more about you than I care about myself. So for me, it's just about like, that's probably my goals, to bring everyone up with me, sort of thing. Like, it's amazing getting to PMD. I will get there. I know I'll get there, but mine's like, how many people can I help in the process? So I guess my goals are just to grow wide and help as many people as possible as quick as I can. And I guess long-time life goals is just to be remembered as someone who actually like made a bit of a difference. You know, it's quite scary to be like, I'm going to die one day. But when I do, I want a lot of people to be like, God, wasn't she like inspiring, or didn't she like change my life a little bit? I just want to make a bit of an impact. So yeah, that's probably my big goal of life.
Lauren, you are such a little babe. It's unreal. I am so grateful for you, doing this call for us tonight. I've got everything crossed for you for NMD. If anyone can pull it out of the bag, then it's definitely you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to see you and cheer you on stage when you're a National Marketing Director. So thank you so much. Everybody that's watching, if somebody's tagged you in this video, you're watching it back, drop them a little message, because I'm sure you found Lauren as super as inspiring as I did. So yeah, get in touch, and excited to work with you guys. But thank you so much, Lauren. I will speak to you soon.
No worries. Just to let you guys know, so like I don't know if the person who's mentioned has told you, but if you actually sign up like tonight or tomorrow, you actually get 5 extra days in the business to hit your promotion next month. So this is literally the best time of the month to join, because then by next month you could do what I did, get like SDG in a month, and then you could have like a paycheck of 500 quid next month just before Christmas. So it really is the best time to join. Everyone wants to get healthy because they've got all the Christmas parties. So yeah, definitely speak to the person who mentioned it to you. I promise you, it's the best thing you'll ever do in your life.
Oh, thank you so much, Han.
Have a good evening. See you later.
Bye.